All right. Well, I am extremely excited today. I have the pleasure of speaking to Michale Watson, president of the American Basketball Association. Michale, thank you so much for joining the show. Thank you for joining Anything is Possible.
It's definitely an honor to be here.
So I'm excited. Let's jump in. So I'd love to know, who is Michale Watson? Tell me about where you grew up, where you from, that sort of thing.
Well, as a kid growing up, I grew up in Rochester, New York. And then afterwards, we moved to a suburb called Brockport, New York, where I went to high school. Mm-hmm. I really wasn't a great basketball player. I played on the scrub league. They call it the scrub league. And our team in Brockport, we were called the Brockport Blue Devils. In the 80s was like the number one section 1A finals, never lost a game.
Oh, wow.
And here I was playing on the scrub team because I couldn't make that. We had the Van Gundys. We had some big names on there at that time. So it was really interesting how basketball took kind of a back seat, and I became a wrestler.
A wrestler,
so
okay.
So in my junior and my senior year, I was a wrestler. Our team went undefeated 2 years in a row. I mean, we had a really good team. And then basketball always was in the back of my mind. So after that, after wrestling, I went into football. And football is really my passion. I love football. Miami Dolphins is my favorite team.
Yeah, well, 1972 Dolphins, right? Of course.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? Even though they lose all the time and they're the worst in the league, hey, I'm not one of those guys that jump ship. That's my team. Been my team since the 70s. And, I got to stay with them, back when Shula was the man.
Oh, yeah, Don Shula.
And Marino and Stock and all those guys, man.
Yes.
So it was really, really, really cool in the football world. And then about 1984, I went into the service.
Okay.
And I was in the United States Navy, and I was on a ship called the Nimitz, which was CVN 68. At that time, it was the only nuclear ship. So we were out to sea probably 8 to 10 months a year.
Wow.
And I was in the Lebanon incident. I was in the TW hijacking. And I don't know if you remember that, when Iran hijacked our plane.
Okay.
And then I also was in Lebanon. So I was in Libya, Lebanon, and the TW hijacking my 4 years in service. So it was I couldn't wait to get home.
I bet. Say that. I bet.
But being the nuclear ship and Ronald Reagan being our chief our chief officer, that he didn't take any crap. We were out fighting everybody. It was crazy.
My goodness.
Being a young kid at that time, it was scary. It was really scary. We had 6,000 men on the ship. There was no women on the ship like there is today. There was only 6,000 men, and we had a brotherhood that you couldn't. We were blue. It was amazing.